Hello everyone, BlackRoseDuelist here, and today we have news of the new digital bugs deck. I'm guessing this deck is coming out in SHIV. I don't know what that stands for. I think it's like Shining Victory or something. I guess that fits the abbreviation. I think it's the set after Bosch, so we're excited for that. So I got this info from Yugo organization. I'll leave a link to the site in the description below so you can check it out yourself if you want to and see other things in the site. They bring lots of Yu-Gi-Oh news really quickly, and it's easy for a YouTuber like me to get the info and share it to all of you. So anyways, the deck is all about these digital bug things, and I guess they don't supply pictures, but they basically look like cybernetic Inzektors. They're really cool looking. They revolve around XYZ summoning. This is actually my first time reading them. I just saw they have an XYZ monster, so I'm just assuming they revolve around XYZs, which is probably the case. So, first up we have Digital Bug Web Solder. Sorry if I mess up any of these names. It's a light, level 3, insect effect, 500 attack, 1500 defense. Cannot be used for XYZ summon, except for the XYZ summon of an insect monster. Once per turn, you can target one face-up attack position monster you control. Change the monster to defense position, and if you do, special summon one level 3 insect monster from your hand in defense mode. It doesn't say another face-up attack position monster or other, so you can target itself. So target itself, switch to defense, is 1500 defense anyways, so it's better than its 500 attack. And so you get to special summon one level 3 insect from your hand. Not so sure if they will be good with it, but so far it's looking like you can actually mix it in with other insect decks like Inzektor, especially because most of them are level 3. Anyways, an XYZ monster that was summoned using this card on the field as XYZ materials gains this effect. If it is XYZ summoned, the defense of all face-up monsters your opponent controls becomes 0, and if they do, change them to defense position. Okay. So say your opponent has tons of strong attacking monsters, you get to change them all to defense and make them 0 defense. It's okay. Stuff like that isn't too great now, like just switching to like the effects that switch positions or the effects that like change attack a bit. Those aren't that big these days. Like big these days are like add 2 special summon 1. Like Yu-Gi-Oh right now is pretty crazy with tons of advantage. So I'm just bringing that up because I'm sure these effects might be cool, but they might not be able to compete with, Pepe and stuff. Digital Bug Sentai Bit. Cannot be used for XYZ summon except for XYZ summon of an insect type monster. It looks like they all have that effect. It's a light level 3 insect, 1500 attack, 500 defense, so it's reverse of what the other one was. Once per turn, when this face-up attack position monster is changed to defense position, you can special summon one level 3 insect type monster from your deck in defense position. Okay, so say you have the Web Solder and Sentai Bit. You can use Web Solder, switch Sentai Bit to defense, special summon a bug or insect from your hand. Then you get Sentai Bit effect to special summon a level 3 insect from your deck. So just from these 2 cards, you're getting 2 more, one from the deck and one from the hand. So that's pretty cool. If an XYZ monster that was summoned using this card on the field as XYZ materials is XYZ summoned, you can gain this effect. It can attack all defense position monsters you control each. So say you use Web Solder and Sentai Bit together, you can switch all your opponent's monsters to defense position, and then you can attack them all, and they're all 0 defense too. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's level 3 insect type, it's not digital bug. So what you can do is you can summon like an Inzektor Hornet or an Inzektor Dragonfly. I don't know why I'm pushing Inzektors so much with this deck, but I feel like I've always loved Inzektors, so I kind of want them to see the light of day again. Next we have Digital Bug Cocoon Denser. Level 3, level light, insect effect, 0 attack, 2000 defense. So it's the same as the other level 3s. Again, cannot be used for XYZ summon except for XYZ summon of an insect type monster. Once per turn, if this card is in face-up attack position, you can target one level 3 insect type monster in your graveyard. Change this card to defense, and if you do, special summon that monster in defense. Okay, so we have lots of really good options here for the level 3 insect. I'm putting some of the most notable ones in the middle here. So yeah, like it said, you can special summon any level 3. So, Web Solder, special summon 1 level 3 from your hand. Sentibit, 1 from the deck. And Cocoon Denser, 1 from the graveyard. So, here are all the main level 3 insects you can play. Flying Sea, which I don't really advise. I advise maybe adding it into your deck, but not into your main deck, because if you start summon Flying Sea, you can't XC summon. So Flying Sea is more of like a hand trap, but the other ones are all very notable that you can play. Bachi 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 seems like it's straight for the deck. It seems like they might have actually made the deck right after making Bachi Bachi Bachi. An XC monster that was summoned using this card on the field as an XC material gains the following effect. This card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. This is a level 3 insect. It has the same effect where if it's used as a material, it gains an effect. And it also has lots of things regarding defense mode. It seems like this card is actually like the same like archetype as the other deck. Because like it's like make it all in defense mode with 0 defense, attack all defense position monsters your opponent controls, and your opponent can activate any spells, traps, or monsters effect during the battle step. So this card really like goes exactly with the deck. So basically, if you combine it with a Web Solder and Sentibit for an XC summon, the XC monster you control inflicts piercing damage, can attack all of your opponent's defense monsters, and all of your opponent's defense monsters, or all of your opponent's monsters are switched to defense and have 0 defense. So say your monster had 3,000 attack, and your opponents have 3 defense monsters, you can attack all 3 of them and deal 3,000 each. So that's 9,000, that's game. So Bachi Bachi really does go well with the deck. We also have Hornet, Dragonfly, and Centipede. You can really go well with the Inzektor deck. I would probably have 1 Hornet, 1 Dragonfly, 3 Centipede, and maybe a not a Hornet, the one other one, and then here, let me just look it up. We have it right here. It's the one that makes it so you can attack directly. Hopper and Mantis. I would probably add both of these, and then 3 Centipede, a Dragonfly, and a Hornet Beast. You can just directly special summon Dragonflies from your hand, graveyard, deck. Same with Hornet. So very well synergy there. Butterfly is another one that I think you could play. Butterfly is an easy way to go into Naturia Beast, along with oh wow, I'm like transforming on the thing there. Also, Howling Insect is another really good one. Actually, Butterfly is a really easy way to go into Barkion, because if you fuse it with like a Bachi, or are they light? Yeah, they're light. But you can go into like Barkions and stuff and Goyo Guardians, so that's really nice. Then you have Howling Insect. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 insect from your deck. Wow, okay. A deck with 1,500 or less. You can summon any of these 3. Because they're all insects with 1,500 or less defense. So, lots of synergy there. Just want to show you all the different insects that you can play with this deck. Because we only have 3 main deck monsters, so you're going to obviously want to add more. Anyways, on to the XC monsters and the spells in the tab. Hey! My computer keeps flipping down. Anyways, we have 3 XC monsters. Digital Bug Scaradiator, Light, Rank 3, Insect Effect, XC, 1800, 1400 defense. 2 or more level 3 Light Effect monsters. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach 2 XC materials from this card to target 1 monster your opponent controls. Change that monster's battle position, and if you do, negate its effect until the end of the turn. Okay, so you can negate an effect during either player's turn. That's pretty good. If you use 4 materials, you can do this twice. Once a turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, attach that monster to the XC material. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay, so say your opponent did have those 3 monsters, and you use the Bachi Bachi, or you use the one that you can attack all of them, and then you switch them all to the defense position because of the other one. So use both of those monsters. The one that switches them to defense and makes them 0 defense, and the one that makes it so you can attack all defense position monsters. You attack, say your opponent had 3 monsters. You attack all 3 of them. Now he has 5 materials. He can negate 2 effects, and then next turn you can keep on attacking and getting more materials. So That's actually pretty good, and I'm excited to try this card because this one's in particular is pretty good. The only issue I have with it, it's only 1800, but because of the switching to defense and making them 0, it'll be able to get over most things. So I see why they did that. Next we have Digital Bug Core Baggy. 2 or more level 5 insect type monsters. Light insect type monsters. 2200, 1800 defense. You can also exceed some of this card by attaching 2 Exceed materials from a rank 3 or 4 insect type Exceed monster you control. Then, using using that Exceed monster and the Exceed materials attached to that monster will become... Okay, this is short for saying put this on top of it by detaching 2 of its materials. Once a turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card to target 1 defense monster your opponent controls. Return that monster to its owner's deck. Okay, that's pretty good. So, you switch all of them to defense, you detach the materials from it, you put it on top, you detach the Exceed monster itself, you just shuffle back an opponent's monster. Once a turn, if a monster on the field changes its battle position, attach 1 insect type monster from your grave to this Exceed material. Okay, so every time your opponent switches battle position, you can attach a monster from your grave, an insect monster from your grave to that card. So you get more materials to shuffle back more cards. In a way, I think it's probably best to go Cybernetic. Attack all your opponent's monsters, equip all of them, then I don't know. In a way, it's almost better to keep Cybernetic during your field during your opponent's turn, because you can negate your opponent's monsters' effects during their turn. So I don't know if it's really worth going into Corbage. It's okay with the shuffle back into your opponent's deck effect. I guess if you can't get over something, but I think Cybernetic is a little better because you can actually negate your opponent's effects during their turn. So I don't know. Maybe it's not worth going into Corbag. At least at the first turn you summon Cybernetic. Let's see what Rhinocebus is. If Rhinocebus is good enough, maybe it'll be good enough to go into rank 5. So obviously 2 or more level 7 light insect monsters. Same effect as the last one, but target a rank 5 or 6 insect type Exceed monster, detach 2 materials, put it on top. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. See, that's Bachi Bachi's effect. So, if you have Bachi Bachi already on your Exceed monster, this effect doesn't really matter. I know you're always going to have Bachi Bachi, but just want to throw that out there. Once a turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card, destroy the face of the monster your opponent controls that has highest defense. This isn't worth it. It's 2600, yes, but it has the Bachi Bachi effect that you can use if you use Bachi Bachi Bachi. The piercing damage you can do with, like I said, once a turn during the player's turn, detach an Exceed material, destroy the face of the monster your opponents. The idea that you can do it during your opponent's turn is okay, but overall, I think it's just best to stay with your Cybernetic. If you really need to, go into Rhinocebus, but I think it's just best exceeding to Cybernetic, switching all your opponent's monsters to defense, make them 0 defense, attack all of them, equip all of them to him, then just sit there and negate your opponent's card effects. Then you just keep on getting them and adding them to Cybernetic. Maybe have like a Inzektors dragonfly on the side popping things. Maybe following turns you can go into a core bag or a Rhinocebus. But I think Cybernetic is by far the best one, and it's the easiest one to play too. So I don't know. Let's see what maybe the spell and trap will change my mind. All insect monsters you control gain 300 attack. This is a field spell. You can only use the effect of Bug Matrix once per turn. All insect monsters your opponent control, all monsters that are insects that you control gain 300 attack and defense. So already making Cybernetic better. 2100 attack, pretty good. You can target 1 insect type Exceed monster you control. Attach 1 insect type monster from your hand as a material. Honestly, you don't even need this card. Yeah, adding materials is good, but you can already add materials by destroying your opponent's monsters. I wouldn't even play Bug Matrix. It's not worth it. 300 attack and defense boost. You can if you really wanted to have attack boost, you can play like Mage Power or the hand thing that makes it gain 800 per monster on the field. But 300 attack and defense doesn't matter that much. The adding materials is okay, but you can already do that. So, bug emergency. This better be like an emergency call or something, because I don't know how I feel about this deck. Trap, normal trap. Okay. Target 2 level 3 insect monsters in your grave. Special summon those monsters, but those effects are negated. Okay. Effect number 2, you can banish this card and 1 XC monster from your grave. The levels of all 3 insect type monsters you control become the values as the rank of that banished XC monster until the end of the turn. After you activate this effect, you can ask for summon monsters except for insect type monsters until the end of the turn. I don't like this one either. The first effect is okay, being able to special summon 2 insect type monsters from your grave. I never really liked level manipulation. I don't think it's really worth it. But the fact that it's kind of a second effect makes it okay. It's not really the main effect. So yeah, targeting 2 level 3s, special summon them, Xyz, and just Gyarados. The whole deck is just decent. It's not as good as Pepe. It's not as good as Cosmo. The Cosmo matchup is horrible, actually, now that I think about it. But Gyarados is really good. The fact that you can easily Xyz into it, then negate your opponent's effects during your opponent's turn. Core bag's just decent. You can shuffle back monsters. Rhinosaurus being able to do piercing damage, which Bachi already does. I think they might have forgotten they printed Bachi. So, what to do in the deck? 3 of each monster. Extract, throw in the Xyz. I wouldn't play Bug Matrix, honestly. Then I would play 2 or 3 Bug Emergency, probably 2, so that way you can go into more Xyz. I'd throw in Dragonfly, a Hornet, 3 Centipede, 1 Hopper, 1 of Mantis, then probably Bachi or 2. Then maybe the one that when it dies with battle, you can special summon from the deck. 2 of those, maybe. I don't really see anything else. The deck is just okay. I rate it like 7 out of 10. It's probably going to be like tier 2, tier 3, but this is just the first of what they've shown us, so there'll be more. What I suggest is maybe making the higher Xyz better, because as of right now, Gyarados is just better to play, and it's easier to play, so that's what I think about this deck. Tell me what you think about this deck in the comment section below. I'll be making a video about Bosch, the set coming out next month, in a little bit. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, try out Digital Bugs once they come out on DevPro or Dueling Network, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.